Man, it's that old thing, perseverance, consistency, hard work. My goal is to put the same work into, my businesses, my family that I put into football, and I've been running with that mantra since I got married back in '97, that if I'm going to have a successful marriage, I got to, the same hard work and same consistency and discipline I had on the football field, I got to put in my marriage and with my kids and with my businesses and all that. So it teaches you a lot, man. How to deal with your fellow man and not look at his color, but look at what he can do for the overall good of what you're trying to accomplish. So sports to me in general is just an incredible deal. When you talk about football specifically, because of the closeness of guys, I just believe it's an amazing sport.
Welcome to FootballGamePlan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, here at Giants minicamp with Jadar Johnson, rookie safety, corner, free safety, strong safety. You can play it all, man. Now, we talked before back at the East-West Shrine game. You was coming off a real good week of practice, and I talked about your versatility. So I'm not surprised that you chose this opportunity here with the Giants. What made this opportunity unique, and how have you taken this all in so far?
Well, really the first thing I looked at was the scheme that they use and how they use their safeties, and I felt like I was just a good fit to try to get in and help with the organization and all that. So that was really the first thing I looked at. The second thing was, I already knew B.J. Goodson, and he was up here, and he just kind of talked to me how the environment was up here, and it was more of a family environment, just one of the best organizations in the NFL. And I've heard that from other players also, but hearing it from B.J., somebody who's I feel like it's close to me, somebody that I've actually played with already, hearing that just made it feel even better and even more strong in my decision to come here.
Now, because of your versatility, have you found it easier to make this transition going from Clemson, playing all those games, playing those different offenses in the ACC, coming out here, and what you're facing on the opposite side with Eli Manning and those receivers? Did it make your transition a lot easier?
It definitely helped with it. I wouldn't say easier because, it still be kind of hard out there, how they be moving their offense around. It's a little different, but, with the things that I went through at Clemson, it definitely helped me out to be ready for this.
Mm-hmm. Now, you look at now, digesting the playbook, and you're starting to get that smile on your face because you know where I'm going with this. It's a little bit different than college. How intense is it going from high school to college and from college to the pro as far as playbook are concerned?
See, for me, going from high school to college, it was crazy just because, in high school, we only ran 2 coverages. So I didn't have to read nothing. I didn't have to, no checks, none of that. So when I got to college, it was just a whole different ball game for me. I'm like, whoa, it's a lot. But, I ended up getting it. And once I got it, I could play how I really wanted to play. And now I feel like I'm doing that all over again just because, things move so much faster in the NFL. Calls come in, formation right in front of you. You got to go ahead and make your calls right then and there. You got people depending on you. I got to say this and that for the backers to hear me, for the corners to hear me, for the other safety to hear me. So, it's just a lot going into it. But like I said, going through the things that I did go through at Clemson, like I said, it didn't make it any easier, but it definitely helped me with the challenge.
Now, you're looking forward to this break coming up, but what are you going to be doing to stay sharp so that way when training camp starts late July, you hit the ground running?
I'm definitely going to be working out. I'll be going back training back home. But, the main thing is really just staying in that playbook. Really going over the notes that I took, going through OTAs and mini camp. That's the main thing right there. That's why you take good notes while all of it's going on. So when you do go back home, you got a little, what I want to call it. Like,
you got
like
a
handy dandy notebook.
Yeah, like you're right,
yeah.
like clip notes.
Yeah, you're right there. You know exactly what you need to work over. Write your questions down, get your questions in. Like the last day right now, and this is our last meeting with the coach. So the questions that I have still left over, go in and ask the coach them questions. And when I go home, that's the stuff I study. So when I go home, that's what I'll be doing, working out, getting in that playbook. Really kind of on the schedule will be going on now. I ain't saying I'm gonna be up there all day, every day, but I'm definitely going, go with the same regime that we've been doing here.
Well, that's the one thing I noticed out there. You move around real well. You're matching up all over the secondary like you did at Clemson, and you had 2 really good practices back to back. And we wish you the best of luck moving forward. Look forward to seeing you out there in training camp.
Appreciate that, man.
No problem.